About my boy.
Which one?
T.O. Terrell Owens. I don't know what it is about him.
T.O.
I don't know what it is. A lot of people don't like T.O.
He's in Buffalo, not Dallas.
Well, yeah.
That's
But
what's
you know,
up about that.
talking about TV shows, you know, Terrell had his own TV show, reality show on VH1, the T.O. show. But it's not doing as good as Tyler Perry's show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're talking about, I don't think it's going to be renewed next season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the thing is, T.O. has so many things going on right now that to focus in on the show and move to a new team, learning plays, I mean, that's a lot to ask of a person.
But it was really interesting to watch because it kind of chronicled his move from Dallas to Buffalo. It was interesting.
Remember the Buffalo on the side of the helmet and it said T.O.
Yeah, I liked it though. I really, really can't get over the ad for the show.
Oh, what was it about the ad?
I don't know. It's just something about him sitting there with
never
nothing on,
that's what I thought.
nothing but him and his football.
There we go.
Glistening in the lights of the stadium.
Other football players.
Speaking of football,
Michael Vick just got released from 18-month sentence for organized dog fighting. And in his release, he's required to do some community service with the Humane Society.
Right.
And he's also going to get some. He got picked up by Philadelphia Eagles, which is really challenging because Donovan McNabb is the #1 quarterback on that team.
Right.
It looks like he's going to get some playing time.
Really?
And yeah. So he's going to get some downs, which is good. Having just come out and not practicing as long. But I think his story is one of those stories that really does need to be looked at from the higher level. And it's not just about a football player that gets in trouble. It's about a young man who succeeds, has to go through some form of rehabilitation, and then comes back out and has to speak to the community and be a beacon of light.
Right.
And
he has to.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of young kids participate in dog fighting.
And other fighting. And so for him to come back and really take a stand would be great. And I know so far he's had a lot of speaking engagements.
Yeah. I think he learned his lesson with this one. Let's hope he did.
Well, he also might be creating a career for himself with all the speaking engagements.
I don't know about that.
I know, right? Well, speaking of speaking, Michael Jordan, did you hear about him getting inducted into the Naismith Hall of Fame?
I
Basketball
did.
Hall of Fame?
But my first question was, what took so long?
I know.
I'm watching this and like Michael Jordan got inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm like, okay, didn't that happen like several years ago?
You would think.
Yeah.
I don't know why he hadn't been inducted before now.
Right.
But I was excited because I got to see him speak, his acceptance speech, and he cried. He actually shed tears.
Really?
Yeah.
Now see, I didn't see any of that.
You didn't?
Because the only thing I heard about after his acceptance speech or whatever was a lot of negative publicity saying that he was acting kind of arrogant and like he wasn't really grateful for the honor. No. I didn't see him crying.
See, what's really weird about that, and I heard that same talk, and I think the thing is that when he was going through his acceptance speech, he talked about different phases of his career and people who influenced him. And so it sounded like he was talking about himself, you know what I mean? As opposed to just getting up there saying thank you to Bob, John, and Rob, he actually said thank you to Bob, who taught me how to play basketball, who cut me from the first team. And he went through this trilogy, kind of chronological order of his career and his life. And I guess people just aren't used to that style of, hey, here's who I am.
Right.
But he did kind of make it seem like it isn't over yet. Like he's still going to be doing something.
What could he possibly do?
Well, I mean, look at Michael Jordan. I mean, you talk about tennis shoes, clothing lines.
Well, yeah.
So.
But not in the field of athletics.
I'm sure it'll be maybe connected to something athletic.
Well, we'll see.
But they did do a follow-up interview if you want to check that out on ESPN.com.
I just say the honor was long overdue.
I agree.
Yeah. And we are long overdue for a break. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we have to continue talking about sports. Got to talk about the South African runner.
That's right.
And the controversy surrounding her. So stay tuned. We'll be right back on Black Contemporary Television News.